I'm starting to change my opinion on fall. So today we're gonna be going over fall on Earth. So today we're gonna be going over fall on Earth. It's gonna be... Shut up. So today we're gonna be going over fall on Earth, so that's gonna be a fucking great day, and I hope you fucking enjoy it. You do that. The year is 2156 and the world has been blown up by nukes. You find yourself at the Grand Canyon where you will have to struggle every day just to survive. Oh, and by the way, you're a clone. See, this ain't your regular old run-of-the-mill MMO. There's no classes, there's no fancy smancy magic. The only thing you have to look forward to is the harsh Arizona air and the smell of rotting flesh hitting your clone face as you scavenge for things to eat. And that sounds like my idea of a swell time, so I decided to change things up again and go over something I can actually play. This is normally a series that goes over shut down MMOs, but Fallen Earth has been put on life support, okay? This game has been transferred to hospice care. Fallen Earth started out as a buy-to-play game back in 2009, but that changed relatively fast, seeing as how Enquiries Studios was having a tough time and had to do some restructuring in 2010, and then having Gamers First buy out Fallen Earth the next year and converting the game to a free-to-play model. See, I used to be a big fan of the whole post-apocalyptic setting thing, and I couldn't actually remember why I stopped playing this game, so I went back to see how things were going. As I returned to the character creation screen, I am greeted with all of these customization options, and they're all pretty good. You could use tattoos to make your character look more unique, and you could even fiddle with your age. You could probably hit the random button 100 times and still not find a character that looks the same. So I get done making my perfect character, and this is one of my favorite parts of starting an MMO. Just look at the majesty of this being I created. Uh-oh, plot twist, you can only have one slot, which means that the character I created is wiped from existence and I'm stuck with this abomination of teen angst I made in my emo phase. Some games give you 2, maybe 3 slots, but no, you only get 1 in Fallen Earth. Now as soon as you walk out of your definitely not Fallout shelter, you step into this dystopia of destroyed landscape. Fallen Earth's color palette is filled with various browns and grays, which help showcase its bleak and dark tone. There's a sense of hopelessness when you first start playing, but it's an open world, so if you see it, you can travel to it. This game is also full of subtle comedic relief with pretty consistent attempts at humor. I liked the shit your character says when you try to pick stuff up.
I can't scavenge that. Man, scavenging sucks. It's garbage. I'm wasting my time. Man. It's garbage.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Now, the crafting system is the major focus of this game, with hundreds of instruction manuals to collect. If you need a new gun, you need the schematic. If you need some health potions, then you need the recipe. This is what some would consider a hardcore crafting experience, where you can make damn near anything you will need to survive, among other things, like euthanasia in a bottle. That's one of my favorites. But it's going to take you lots of time and effort. This game really makes you work for everything. Fallen Earth also has some pretty creative creatures, my favorite being this crab with a CRT as a shell. That's fucking comedy gold right there. In fact, I once had a dangerous encounter with a similar creature. One thing you will undoubtedly notice is the small bugs and glitches when it comes to movement and combat. Like, look at this shit. I can't even get off these steps. I mean, come on, how am I supposed to explore the world when you got me spinning around just to enter it? The animations are choppy, with melee being 1 or 2 jagged loops, and that's one thing that the critics talked about on the game's release. My biggest critique about this game, however, is the fact that they start you off with a sniper rifle, but the range of attack is very small, and it's to the point where you can see your bullets actually hit the enemy, but it won't do any damage until you walk forward and get closer. Other MMOs do this, and I understand why this mechanic is in place, but I don't feel like it's necessary for this particular game. Now, the player base has slowly dwindled over the years, and I didn't find anybody in this gigantic game map, so PvP for the game is pretty much dead. In fact, from what I've seen, the community consists of people who played it years ago and decided to give the game a second chance. I mean, there was never a real large amount of of players to begin with, at least on Steam, because the peak was just over 1,000 people. So if you plan on getting back into Fallen Earth, then try to convince a friend to play it with you, or do what I did and wander alone in this harsh and unforgiving post-apocalyptic world. There still isn't direct competition for this game aside from the Fallout series, and a lot of people consider this to be the free-to-play Fallout clone, but Fallen Earth deserves to be called more than that. Its mix of subtle humor and incredible depth make it better than Fallout in some aspects. Sure, Fallen Earth isn't the best looking game, but it has some of the most charm I've seen in an MMO, so go check it out. It's worth about 1 or 2 hours of entertainment while you try to think of new video ideas. So if you got an experience with Fallen Earth and you want to do, then you put that in the comments and that would be great. So do that, and nice day, Discord. You gotta get in the Discord, personal conversations with me. Woo!